When should you speak up and say something? So something happened the other day while I was taking him to his martial arts class that really, really bothered me. As he was getting out of the car and I was holding his bag with all of his gear in it and I went to give it to him, I heard this man basically say to his son, because I looked over and saw it happen. Thankfully, Jacob didn't hear this, but I heard him say, "That's not how you carry a bag. That's how a woman carries a purse." And I was like, wait, what? What did this guy just say? I'm like, wait, what? And we wonder why men are growing up to think that women are less than, or that they can just take whatever they want from women. Because at that young age, this poor little boy, who was probably no more than 6 years old, maybe 5, was being taught that women are not as good and it's shameful to do something like a woman. And I wanted to say something to this guy. I wanted to stop and be like, hey man, like, who cares if your kid's carrying a bag like a purse? Who cares if he's doing it like a woman? That's not a derogatory thing. That's not a bad thing necessarily. He's 5. Lay off him. But I didn't say anything for 3 reasons. One, there was nobody who was in danger at that point. Like, there was no danger. Like, it wasn't like if I intervene, something is going to be stopped. It was just, this is the way this guy's raising his kid. Which brings me to number 2. It's none of my business how this guy's raising his kid, even if he's doing it like a Neanderthal. And 3, he was a lot bigger than me, and I didn't want to start anything with my son there as we were going to his martial arts class. So I kind of left it alone, but I've been thinking about that. And we're in a time in our country right now where, you know, abortions are being banned in different states and women's rights are being eroded, and they shouldn't be. And it's on the guys, it's on the dads. So if you're a dad and you're watching this, I don't care how uncomfortable this makes you, it's on you to teach your sons to respect women. It's on you to teach your sons to make sure that if they're around another guy who says something derogatory towards a woman or about a woman, that they need to speak up and stop that. Because look, at the end of the day, I don't care what anyone says, women are superior. If not equal, they are superior. And for one reason, there's many reasons, but the one reason that stands out most is they have the babies, okay? They make the babies. If we were supposed to make the babies, we would have gone extinct a long time ago, because we are not able to do that. We do not have the pain threshold. We do not have the stamina. We do not have the drive to do it. Yes, you need a man to make a baby. That is granted. And before anyone jumps on the comments and is like, well, what about, you know, the Virgin Mary? I'm like, okay, look, even if that did happen, that's over 2,000 years ago to one person. So not really good odds on procreating a whole race of people with that happening once every 2,000 years, okay? So let's put that to bed. Women do need men in order to have babies, but men could not have the babies, okay? We're just not strong enough. And so yes, maybe in sheer physical strength, like, muscle strength, we may be stronger, but then again, I've seen CrossFitters who would literally break me over their knee if I said something wrong. So that puts that whole stereotype to bed. At the end of the day, I believe that a woman can do anything a man can do, and that men can do almost anything women can do. But we can't, right? So we can't have the babies, but women can do pretty much anything that men can do. So what does that mean? That means that we need to stop this insanity. That means that I know my son is going to grow up to be a gentleman, someone who treats people like equals, someone who's good to other people. I just want to make sure, Jacob, if you're watching this right now, that you speak up. That if you're around a guy who's going to, yell obscenities at a woman as she's walking by or try to slap her ass or whatever, don't let that happen. Stop that. If you're around it, stop it, because it's on us. It's on us to make sure that these things don't happen. I've seen so many stories of women being sexually assaulted where the first question is, well, she was wearing, who cares what she was wearing? Or she was walking at night. No, it doesn't matter where she's walking at night alone. It doesn't matter what she's wearing. It doesn't matter what she's doing. It matters that she's a human being and she deserves respect and she deserves to be safe and secure walking around just as much as guys do, right? But it's not women who are assaulting men. It's the other way around. And so it's on us to make sure that, hey, if you see something, say something or step in there and stop it from happening, because it's not okay. And so going back to this example of this guy telling his child, hey, that's how a woman carries a purse, and he made him try to carry the bag a different way. To me, obviously, that's this guy's own insecurities. That's his own belief that men need to act a certain way in order to be men, which is absolute nonsense. The most secure men in the world, the most manly men in the world, are the ones who are in touch with their feelings. They're not afraid to be who they are. It takes strength to be who you really are. It's cowardly to hide behind archetypes and stereotypes and to not show what it is that you really are. I tell my son every single day that I love him. I hug him every single day. I will always be there for him. Jacob, if you're watching, I hope you know that. I know you do. It's on us, dads, to raise sons who can be open with themselves and who can treat people with respect. My 2 cents for today. Thanks for watching. If you like what you saw today, go ahead and hit that like button. Subscribe. There should be a little button right above my head right about now. And we'll see you next time.